make predictions, then hope you forget about how wrong they were. But not Mackey and Judd.
Write this down.
This is the big leagues, where we own our terrible predictions.
Write that down.
And keep track of each other's batting averages. It's Write That Down.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
With Mackey and Judd.
That's right. The only show in America that has the cojones to actually keep track of our predictions with statistics. When are you guys going to admit that you were wrong? Every single Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it gets tough sometimes.
Although Declan has been right more often than he's been wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I've been fine.
Oh, boy.
An historical season of
Fried
Write That
north
Down.
before the fall.
There's still a lot of season left here. We just entered the second half of the season, and we'll see if Declan can keep the hot streak alive. Here's how it works. 3 predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable. We keep track of batting averages and home runs. And listeners, if you want to participate and be a guest listener predictor, just hit us up through the Score North app. It's free to download, and there's a feedback tab at the bottom that you can send us messages through, and we'll get you on the schedule for sometime later on this year. By the way, Write That Down predictions today are presented by our friends at Livia. So maybe you're not doing so well with your predictions, but you want to take control of a different area of your life. You can.
And here's the best part now, too. You can take control of your life, and you can do it with a partner, like me, with my wife, Dawn and I. I'm down 40 pounds.
My wife.
She's already lost 5+ pounds. Would you knuckleheads listen? I'm telling you about teamwork. I'm telling you about a support system. I am talking about prepping meals together, supporting each other in your weight loss. And yes, it is this simple right now with the Simple Start plan for only $59. 855-GO-LIVEA, Livia.com, Livea.com. Husband and wife team, look, man, you want to have support. You want to have togetherness. I have found it, and so can you. Livea, Livea.com. Check them out today. And don't listen to the knuckleheads above me on the screen.
It's going to be hilarious when Judd and Dawn are just like on the cover of Fit Couples magazine or something, just like tanned bronze, chiseled, flexing together.
Bikinis in play.
Yep.
Not for me.
Multiple bikinis? No.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Oh, my God.
I'm good on that, actually.
Yeah.
For you, anyways.
Livia.
All right. Let's get to Write That Down predictions here. Actually, let's get to the accountability session first, because that's where we see people's true colors come out in red here on the YouTube version of the show. All right, Judd, you said the Twins will win 5 of the following 8 games against Cleveland. I think they only won 3, I want to say.
Yeah.
Did not go well.
I still have a prediction pending last week that I think is on course to hit, but that one definitely was far short.
You said no faith in Tyler Duffy. You said Tyler Duffy won't be on the Twins' active roster on July 1st.
He's found his stuff, too.
Just like we all thought he would. Never doubted Tyler Duffy.
Yeah, I suggested they cut bait, but...
Isn't he mixing in a little changeup now, too? Just keeping the hitters honest?
And you know what? On that prediction, I was wrong.
Mm-hmm. Apologize to Tyler Duffy.
Tyler, I'm very, very sorry. You're a great guy.
There you go. You said Josh Okogie will be traded and won't be on the Wolves roster by opening night 2022-23. This is where semantics got the worst of Judd.
Yep.
Josh Okogie wasn't traded. He was just, I don't know, like his contract wasn't...
Not tendered. Suns now, right? He signed with the Suns?
Yep. That was I was a big Okogie guy the first year. Energizer bunny, but he just never developed a shot, which is kind of a problem. It's kind of like a 6'4" power forward, which is also problematic.
Yeah.
But good luck with the Suns. You did say the Wolves will trade Malik Beasley before this upcoming season.
Yeah, there you go. Good for you, Judd.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. You talk about condescending Judd? That was condescending Declan right there. Oh, I'm batting 500. Good for you. I can't. You're gonna meet your day. You're gonna get your day. You're gonna have a bad stretch, Declan, and I'm gonna pile on after that.
That sounds awfully ominous and cryptic.
Yeah.
Well, I did last year.
Judd, are you trying to cast a spell on Declan?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're gonna meet your maker.
I was going great, and I went on. I swear to God, a 3-month dry stretch last year. It happens.
It does happen. You know. I thought about making this a home run for you. But I think it was pretty likely they were going to trade.
I'd like it to be a home run, but with Conley, it can't be. He traded him before.
Okay. All right. Old Macadac had a mixed bag here. He said, "Oh, this is
bad
brutal,
beat.
brutal." I said Alex Kirilloff would have a multi-home run game in the month of June.
Woof.
Oh, bad.
He had one last night. I said Byron Buxton will have a multi-home run game between last week and this week's. Write that down. He's had some home runs, but not in the same game. I'm tap dancing around these Twins predictions here. I feel like I'm hitting line drives all over the field here. I just can't get one to fall.
Adam balls, they like to call them. Adam balls.
Yep. Said Fiala would be traded, but to the Devils, Islanders, or Penguins. This is kind of a... You guys tell me.
Yes, it's a home run.
It's a home run?
It's a
okay.
home run.
All right.
Yeah, you named Gobert.
You named 3 guys.
I said they'd trade for Gobert, Clint Capella,
It's a
or
home
Miles
run.
Turner.
I thought about it.
By the end.
It's a home run.
Nice. All right. Little line drive to left there.
And the time was very specific. Yeah, it was.
Yep. This is what we call an accidental check swing infield single. Because I told you guys about a month ago, sometime between it's supposed to say sometime between the prediction and September 1st, the Timberwolves will swing a trade with an Eastern Conference team. Well, they did for a second-round pick on draft night. They traded with the Charlotte Hornets. I'll be honest, my intention with this prediction was it was more like for a player, like they would trade for Miles Turner or something. But I didn't specify that, and they did make a draft pick trade with the Charlotte Hornets. And so this is me checking my swing, and the ball just kind of like rolls down the line.
It happens.
And it's a hit. No skill at all whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
All right, listeners, a little bit of a bloodbath here. This is a late edition here, right before the show. We asked Declan specifically about getting his TV mounted on the wall. So the prediction for Eric was when Declan eventually tells the story about his TV getting mounted on the wall, he'll complain about the process and how long it took and how hard it was, but ultimately will praise his friend for helping him mount the TV. So I wrote down some direct quotes from Declan before the show as we talked about this off
drew 'em
microphone.
out.
Yeah, I asked him, I was trying to be covert, but I think he was on to me.
It was very Mike Wallace of you.
Declan said it took him about 15 minutes, but it went pretty well. So he didn't really complain about the process. In fact, he even mentioned that they swung a trade, that now his friend's going to borrow his golf clubs, and everything is good. The relationship is good. So
Yep. And that's funny because actually the friend that helped me, his name was also Eric. So this is not the same Eric who made the prediction. So yes, this is actually funny. But no, it was fine. It was fine. And I love the TV in the bedroom. Game changer.
And you didn't really praise him, so I think that this is unfortunately a miss.
yeah, he didn't complain about the process much, and he was pretty neutral on
I mean,
this.
Eric was treated like he finally did the job. He's lazy,
That's
and now he's taking
Eric.
my taking my golf clubs.
That's fine.
I hope he doesn't throw them if he.
Oh
gets mad.
yeah, did Eric? Did he use like a stud finder, or did he use the no stud hang?
Yeah,
What was
this
the
will shock you.
process?
I don't own a stud finder, so when I reminded him that he has to bring one, he goes, "Oh, shocking! You don't have a stud finder for mounting the TV." Yeah, I'll make sure to grab one for you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So yes, he did help me out.
I went and bought a stud finder after I poked a nail through a septic pipe.
I
It was a
still don't
very
think the
expensive
septic
nail.
pipe should have been that close to
It should not have
the
been.
wall, or like that makes no sense.
No comment.
I've never
on
heard
this.
of that. I've never heard of that in my life.
No, I agree. In fact, all three contractors were like, it seems a little questionable.
Yeah, it seems hanky.
But you're also, when you lease we rent this place, and you're not supposed to pound nails into walls. Like it's
No, yeah,
Right.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you were set up to fail, and you did.
yeah. I feel like I'm going to play the victim on this one.
Yep.
I feel like I deserve
You're like
better.
Cat. What type of wall was this? What type of house am I in? Don't get me a technical.
Brandon said Kevin Fiala would be traded, but to the Devils, Senators, or Sabres.
No love for the Western Conference.
How about this one here? Gibby said a couple years ago, Minnesota will not legalize recreational marijuana until the calendar turns to 2025. Well, somehow, some way,
It's amazing.
recreational
This is incredible.
gummies were legalized in Minnesota. Just like it kind of slipped under the radar.
And the Republicans are mad now, right?
Yes, it's a big
Hilarious.
it's a big to do here. But you can now. Are they sort of diluted? Aren't they like the equivalent of
Yes.
3-2 beer?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not. Yes.
Okay, but you can get them now.
I can't confirm or deny that I've had other ones that aren't 3-2. That's what I've been told, that these are 3-2.
For sure,
level
yeah,
gummies.
you've heard. There was an
Yeah, I've
article.
heard. Uh-huh.
And then Owen said in Division III hockey, this happened a couple months ago, Wisconsin River Falls women's team will beat the Wisconsin Blue Golds in the championship game in the next regular season. Neither of those teams made it to the championship game. So Owen is wrong. Declan, you actually had nothing come off the board this week.
Okay. That's fine.
So his .506 average and 11 home runs are still leading the pack here. Judd, you're having a good season here, 350 with 4 home runs. Listeners I should have put the listeners at the bottom here. They're at 282 with 9 home runs. I'm up to 299 with 7 home runs on the season.
Knocking on the door.
All-time, Judd leads with 228 hits. Listeners with 28 home runs leads the home run category. So, all right, let's get our guy in here. He is Brother Liam, the godfather of Write That Down predictions. Declan's brother Liam on the show here. You've got random children that you have kidnapped on camera with you.
Wow.
Nope, never met this kid before. Yeah, that's right. No, we're daycare's closed this week, so we're just kind of hanging out. But much like Kobe, nothing stops me. I can bounce this kid on my knee. I can make predictions. I can hit homers. We're here to win.
Love it. Okay.
Very quiet. Good kid.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, he is a good kid.
Yeah.
Let's see who makes more noise here in the next 15 minutes. Judd's dog Stella or Brother Liam's
Jude.
kid.
She's chilling
Jude.
right now on the floor.
As long as
She's hot.
I think he's a little intimidated by the pressure right now. I'm gonna have to put on a master class on how to perform.
I think he's doing the thing for the dance.
Yeah,
that
we're shooting
Jefferson
threes.
does.
That's right.
The gritty.
That's the
He's
gritty
doing
guy.
the gritty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's double fisting in his nose, but
Who doesn't?
It's okay.
Who
just
does?
like
Judd
his
does
dad.
that all the time.
Yeah,
Yep.
Exactly.
So, all right, here's how this works. We're going to go around the room 3 times. Brother Liam, who is a veteran of Write That Down, and then over to Judd, Declan, and back to me. 3 predictions from everybody. They must be quantifiable.
Write this down.
Okay, Brother Liam, I do want to bring up one of the predictions you have on the board from a few months back, because I don't know if we've gotten clarification if this happened. So you said that
is this my giant Minnesota Wild parlay?
No, that came off the board.
Okay.
That was wrong. Yeah. Actually, I think you had a couple parlays that were correct. But this was your you're going to beat Declan in a round of golf by 5 strokes. Have you guys played golf yet?
No,
we have not.
No, we almost did when we went on our sibling trip, but we didn't want to bring clubs, and then also the closest golf course was 45 minutes away. It was I couldn't also obligate my wife to watch both my boys, for 5 hours just for personal glory.
It remains on the board.
I did shoot a 95 the other day, and I don't know if Declan's broke 100 yet this season.
Okay. Yeah, and this
So
isn't going to be a handicap match, right? This is just straight up.
Just a straight up.
Oh,
Yeah, no
straight up.
handicaps. Yeah, no handicaps involved.
I feel like we need to have
handicap?
cameras on this thing, like TNT's the match.
I don't trust
We need
anybody, too.
Microphones.
And I don't trust anybody.
I've never had it exactly calculated, but I got to imagine it's like a 20+ handicap.
Your handicap?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, if you can't break 100, your handicap is 30.
35.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's what I just said. I have no idea what it is, but I got to imagine it's pretty high.
There's a great app called The Grint. It'll calculate your handicap. You
Don't they
take a
cut it
picture of
off
your
after a
score.
certain point? Like after 25, they just say you're
No,
on your own.
They cut it off after it maxes out at 33 and a half.
Okay.
So
So
if you're shooting 110s, it's just hey, hope you had fun.
Yeah.
One of those-
Sorry, it just says tilt. We can't help you
There's
anymore.
a badge, all that stuff.
All right, let's start with Brother Liam here. You lead us off with your first prediction, sir.
Write this down.
All right. My first prediction is that Nick Gordon will play more games at shortstop for the Minnesota Twins than Carlos Correa will next year.
I like this
That's what you're
prediction.
saying. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm a big
Okay.
Nick Gordon fan. He doesn't get the love
I
he
know you are.
deserves.
I know you are.
Big
I mean,
Nick
he was a
Gordon fan.
top 5 overall pick who's a bench player. Is he kind of emerging out of bust territory here at some point? Because he's been pretty good this year.
But I can make the argument that he's more important to our short-term future than a lot of other players. He's better defensively. He can play all 3 corner positions or all 3 outfield positions. He can play second base and shortstop in his spell, right, which is important to keep Buxton and Polanco healthy. Correa's not coming back, and he's got the 3rd best batting average on the team at 275 right now.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. He's emerging out of bust
I'm not saying
territory.
he's a star. I'm not saying he's a star. I'm just saying he doesn't get the love he deserves.
Yeah, super utility. If he turns into a super utility guy, it's maybe not what you hoped you were drafting in the top 5, but okay.
Sure.
I'll go with that.
Write this down.
All right, Judd.
All right, this is unfortunate for the Twins, but it's trending in this direction. Tony La Russa will be fired as the White Sox manager before the end of the season. He's now being booed there when he comes out to make a pitching change. They are chanting, "Fire Tony, fire Tony."
Poor guy.
I think that there's enough now to justify the fact that he probably will be let go. And that's bad news, because if he is, I think that team might take off.
You think that losing Tony La Russa is going to be the spark that they
I think
need?
Tony La Russa is a drag on the entire city of Chicago.
Didn't one of the players come out and defend him, though, publicly a couple weeks ago?
I think he did. Who cares?
Tony was standing behind him with a...
Tony's miserable. He won't challenge a play. Like, he's like there's all these close plays. Like, no, we're not going to challenge.
A couple times yesterday,
Take a chance, dude.
He did just the little, let's keep it rolling to the umpires.
You know why? Because he wants to get home. He wants to get home to his 75 cats.
Hopefully in an Uber. All right, over to Declan.
All right, my first prediction. I talked about Luis Arraez yesterday and him not relinquishing the batting average lead basically as it's sewn up. So write this down. Luis Arraez will not relinquish the AL batting average lead for the rest of the season and will subsequently win the AL batting title. So
Wait, so he's going wire to wire, you're saying?
No, I'm saying he will not relinquish the lead. I mean, it could go wire to wire, but he has a 20-point lead on the next guy.
Right,
So
but you're saying that but are you saying that he will win the batting title, or that he will not at all be below somebody else in the batting title race?
Both.
Okay.
He will win the batting average title. He will not relinquish the lead at all for the rest of the season as of the time of this.
This is a home run if it happens, because there's 3 months left.
That's not a Jason Tyner Declan Goff slap single. That's a home run.
Put some respect in the name.
Pressure Declan into some harder predictions here.
Down.
Yeah.
Let's keep the peer pressure up so his batting average can dip below 500 at some point.
Right. We'll figure him out.
I'm going to make a Tony La Russa prediction here, too, a little bit more specific than Judd's. Write this down.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Tony La Russa's last game managed for the White Sox will be against the Twins. So what I'm saying is I think the Twins are going to get Tony La Russa fired at some point. So the Twins will be the last team that Tony La Russa in this current White Sox tenure manages against.
Next week, perhaps?
Write that down. Oh, we'll see.
Maybe.
3-game series at Target Field on the weekend, right?
Is it 4? Isn't it 4?
It might
I
be
think it's
4.
4.
I think the White Sox.
Okay.
Plenty of chances. Well, today, what if they beat Lance Lynn 11-1 or something today?
Reinsdorf doesn't want to fire him, but he's such a buffoon. I think he's going to have to.
We'll see.
Write this down.
All right, back to brother Liam here. Your second prediction.
Buffoon.
Yeah. Second prediction. The Minnesota Wild will not re-sign Marc-Andre Fleury and will make no moves between now and the draft. No transactions, no signings, no trades, no moves.
And when is the draft? Is it
Tomorrow.
Thursday.
Tomorrow? Okay.
Thursday, Friday.
So once the draft starts, then that part of the prediction comes off the board. If they make a trade in the draft, then you're covered?
Yeah, I'm covered.
Okay.
I just don't think anything's going to happen today, and they're not bringing back Fleury.
Okay.
They want to.
Okay.
Write this down.
All right.
Off that subject, the Wild will trade another player on the NHL roster before the start of the season. I think there's one more move to be made here to probably try and free up some cap space. So I'm not going to predict it's Dumbo, but I do think that they will move at least another player on the National Hockey League roster, so not some slappy, before the start of the season.
Who is the odds-on favorite at the top of the list to be traded from this team? Who's the most likely?
Kulikov.
Now that Fiala's gone. Kulikov?
Well, I got a prediction on that.
They got to free up space for Addison, and he's cheaper than Kulikov. And Merrill's hurt, so they can't move Merrill. Goligoski's got a no move clause.
Well, Merrill got hurt in the stupid World Championships, which, again, I don't want my international competition. I hate, you know what, stay in your country and don't go play in
We've never heard
international
your
games.
in-depth thoughts on international competition.
Just got me worked up. I'm sorry.
In the words of Royce, yeah, you've said that before.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Coming from Royce, who beats dead horses more than I do.
Yes.
We know Justin Morneau
made
doesn't
that
shut
point
up.
before.
It's just a sparring back and forth of
We
two
should
guys that like to just beat subjects into the ground.
All right, Judd, your pecking order assignment for next Tuesday are the 10 horses that you have beat the most in your career in media.
Be very careful how you word that, but I will.
Yes. Oh my God. All right.
Be
My next
very
prediction.
careful.
We'll
Be
distract
very
you.
careful how you word that. I'm just saying I don't want it to slip. I don't want any slip-ups. Family
Was it
show.
like a 12-year-old reference to?
Write this down.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was like dirty. Was it dirty?
Go, Tony. Go, Tony. Go, Tony.
All right, I think it's Declan's turn.
All right. Wild prediction for me on the similar vein from the last two. Write this down. The Wild will trade at least one of these three defensemen by next week's Write That Down. Matt Dumba, Dmitry Kulikov, or Kalen Addison. So the reason I think Addison could be moved is this organization, for whatever reason, hasn't really believed in him a lot. And Guerin knows his game from Pittsburgh, but he also could be used as a sweetener to get another deal done. So I think one of those three defensemen by next week's Write That Down will be traded. In Dumba, Kalen Addison, Dmitry Kulikov.
Okay. I like the hockey predictions are flying
Write
today.
this down.
And just to continue the trend, I'm going to need Brother Liam actually to mute his computer. He doesn't have headphones on, but I have a Brother Liam prediction here. And so I'm going to need you to mute your... We'll wave our arms when it's time to come back. Good?
Ken,
Okay.
You good? Are you good?
Okay.
Yeah.
And I actually think that even if he wasn't muted, I could still make this prediction.
Okay.
But write this down. Of all of the predictions that Brother Liam has on the board... Well, I'm trying to look and see if he has any hockey predictions still left on the board here. But of all the predictions he has on the board today, previously, and future predictions between now and the end of the hockey season, Brother Liam will be incorrect on at least 3 hockey-related predictions between now and the end of the hockey season. Write it down. Okay?
Okay.
I think the only prediction still on the board is the golf one. So the hockey predictions today, he'll be on the show again at some point. He'll have at least 3 incorrect hockey-related predictions between now and the end of the season. Okay. We can come back.
The end of yeah. Okay. We're good. I got you.
There was a lot of words being said there. That was a very long... And I felt like Judd and Declan both checked their phones. Like there was some... I don't like this.
I was texting Dex and Phil.
Were you?
Yes, because the show on behind you is so Elmo,
Sesame
man.
Street on
It's
going on right now?
Elmo.
I'm sorry. You need me to...
No. I was watching it.
Oh, yeah.
Judd literally sent us a...
Rocco's not alive!
He hates Rocco Baldelli.
Judd
Elmo
literally
is a
texting
hater.
us during the show. Elmo on in the background of Brother Liam is great.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Elmo. Hey,
My favorite... One of my favorite features of HBO Max is all 54 seasons of Sesame Street. I mean, we ran through it.
Oh,
like,
you haven't
Oh,
lived
do you
until
really?
you haven't lived until you've binged Sesame Street after a box of wine on a Saturday night.
I love Sesame
got to the
Street.
point where, like, I know when specific, like, new cast members come in. I'm like, oh, we're already into season 30?
Yeah. Oh, Grover, it's crazy. Yeah. Or is Grover an OG? Grover might be an OG.
Grover's an OG. Yeah.
Bert, Ernie,
Yeah, Bert and Ernie are my
Grover.
guys.
Bird, Big Bird.
Yeah.
Big Bird.
When did
Oscar.
Snuffleupagus come along?
He's an original too. He's
Is
an
he?
original.
Okay.
Snuffy's in like those episodes from the 70s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. With that
but
snout,
Snuffy
yeah,
was,
he's definitely.
So his storyline was he was a figment of Big Bird's imagination.
Yeah, but now they're best friends and they live together.
Yeah, because kids were like confused that he didn't really exist. Which you know what? I was a kid back then. Suck it up. Suck it up. I was a little kid. You know what? I was all aboard. Snuffy.
Do you think
figment
those
of
Sesame
imagination.
Street characters did as much cocaine in the 70s as the SNL cast? Or
Actually, you
Not
know what? Go back and
God.
YouTube a show, HR Puffin Stuff.
Oh, yeah.
HR Puff and stuff.
HR Puffin Stuff, which is all puppets and stuff. Those people were so coked up and high, it is unbelievable.
Okay, I'll be
like,
watching
and there's
that
no
tonight.
question. It's all just bizarre stuff. Those people were flying.
I'm looking for things to watch during the
HR Puffin stuff.
The MLB All-Star break for sure.
Liam knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. I love HR Puffin stuff is solid.
Great
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll
Hello,
send you some show recommendations, Phil.
Be great. Yeah, please do. Yes, just DM me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, brother Liam, your third and final prediction here. I want to write that down.
Yep, my third and final is the Timberwolves prediction. The Timberwolves will have at least 3 selections to all NBA teams after this season. So that could be, Cat could be on one all NBA team, and he could be on it's never going to happen. He could also be on a defensive team, but 3 selections total, meaning, players could be to both, but 3 selections total.
So you're saying all NBA or like all defensive? Those
all
are
NBA is still all defensive, right? So yeah, anything.
Mm-hmm.
All NBA team or, defensive team, that counts too.
Okay. Just want to
3
make note
total.
of that, Dex. Okay.
Got it.
Well, brother Liam, looks like you got to get back to binging Sesame Street here. So since you've got this life-changing platform, again, is there anyone in your life you'd like to thank here today?
Man, it's just to the point now where it's just, been there, done that. I'm not.
You've thanked everyone there is to thank.
The thrill is gone.
No longer affect me.
The fame and celebrity is just a normal thing at this point.
Autopilot. Yeah, if this is always a good time. It's pretty cool that my brother gets to do this show, so I get to hop in and make fun of him and do fun stuff like this. If you're looking to buy a house in North Carolina, call the Wolgen Real Estate Group. I'd love to help.
There he is.
Thanks, Randy.
Brother Liam coming in hot here.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Back to his Sesame Street binging. All right, but before we round the last turn here and get back to Judd, Declan's not suffering from performance issues, and write that down, but the rest of us seem to be. If you're suffering from performance issues, you don't have to be ashamed or, you don't have to be afraid to reach out, because Valley Park Medical Clinic has the crew and cure for you. Their approach is medical. You'll meet with a medical provider who will review your medical history, examine you, supervise your treatments, breakthrough ED remedies for men in the greater Minneapolis area. This clinic is highly trained. They'll work with you in a discreet manner and make you feel right at home so you can ask any question in a confidential environment. valleyparkmedicalclinic.com. Also, hello to our friends at Federated Mutual Insurance Company. They have been around for over 100 years helping business owners, and they've actually helped raise $44 million since 2005 for Big Brothers Big Sisters as well. Big Brothers Big Sisters provides children facing adversity with strong, enduring, professionally supported one-to-one mentoring relationships. If you want to find out more about the great work that Big Brothers Big Sisters does and how maybe you can become a big yourself, go to federatedchallenge.org. That's federatedchallenge.org.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right, Judd.
All right. My final prediction, also off the Gobert trade. At least 2 of the 5 players acquired by the Jazz from the Timberwolves won't start the season in Utah. Won't start the season for the
At least
Jazz.
2 of them, you said?
At least 2 of the 5. Bolmero, Beasley, Beverly, Walker, Kessler, and Vanderbilt. Off the record, I think Beasley gets moved or bought out, and Beverly gets bought out. But that's off the record. So just at least 2 of those 5 will not start the season with Utah Jazz.
Okay. Yeah, I think I don't know what they're doing. If they're trying to add
Write it down. You like writing things down.
I don't think Beverly makes sense there. Like, I think he needs to be on a team where he's like a key piece of the puzzle to what they're trying to do. Is Utah that team? Like, they seem like they are definitely trying to hit a reset button.
Well, the wild card in all of this, isn't Dwayne Wade a minority owner now of the Utah Jazz?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I wonder how much. I think so. Let me just make sure that I'm not.
Yeah, I
throwing
didn't
out
know that
random
either.
Stuff here. Dwayne
That's interesting.
Wade,
Just throwing it out.
Jazz.
I think Bill Russell bought
Dwayne
the
Wade a
Jazz.
year ago purchased an ownership stake in the Utah Jazz. I just wonder how much influence does he have? Is he trying to keep Donovan Mitchell happy and intact, and they're trying to reshuffle this roster?
Yeah.
What are they doing in Utah?
That's the greatest ever.
My question.
God bless Windy.
Brian Windhorst is the man. He's always been, too. He's been amazing. And I love that he just blew up with his little finger pointers.
But it's almost like
the Miz did it on Raw last night,
so
too.
great.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
All right, Declan, your third and final prediction.
All right, third and final prediction. I got a Wolves prediction too. Write this
Write
down.
it down. You like writing things down.
The Wolves will sign or acquire a former NBA All-Star between now and the start of the season. So I'm thinking potentially a guy who's brought in on a vet minimum contract. I'm thinking a guy who they might just trade for. I just think another NBA All-Star is going to get in on this party. A guy who has made an All-Star game. So write it down. The Wolves will sign or acquire a former NBA All-Star between now and the start of the regular season.
You know, I saw Eric Bledsoe is available now, and I see some people in the Wolves blogosphere saying, "Oh, that might be an interesting fit." But I just looked it up. He has not made an All-Star game, so it would have to be somebody other than Eric Bledsoe. But yeah, it's possible the Wolves could be a destination now for, a 34-year-old who used to be really good and now just wants to chase a playoff run or something, which is crazy to say. The Wolves as a destination for someone that wants to chase playoff success. What planet are we living on?
Write this down.
Okay, write this down. I'm going to swing for a home run here. I think, write this down, Kyrie Irving will wind up with the Lakers.
Okay.
In a trade that sends Anthony Davis out of Los Angeles.
Ooh.
And I think Kevin Durant will stay with the Nets. So Kyrie back with the Lakers, AD traded, and Kevin Durant stays with the Nets for at least the start of the season. So what you might have here, and I'm not putting AD, maybe it's a multi-team trade, but it's possible AD goes to Brooklyn, and now you've got a Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and Ben Simmons situation. And maybe that's more advantageous for those guys. And then you got the LeBron, Kyrie Irving, and got to figure out what to do with Russell Westbrook. I don't think you can put those guys on the same backcourt. But I think there's going to be some splashing around here happening at some point. So there you go. Those are your write that down predictions and accountability session. The only show in America that keeps track of our predictions with statistics, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow is Reckless Speculation Thursday on Mackey and Judd. Over on Purple Daily, yesterday we talked about Kevin O'Connell being one of the favorites for NFL Coach of the Year. So check that out. And we start on Purple Daily today, our dive into historical pie charts. So see you guys over there.